Yeah, but before all that, some big breaking transfer news for you. Manchester United have finally announced the signing of Bryan Mbeumo from Brentford on a 5-year contract, plus an option for a further 12 months. United will pay an initial £65 million in 4 instalments, with an extra £6 million in performance-related add-ons. Bryan Mbeumo has said this: as soon as I knew that there was a chance to join Manchester United, I had to take the opportunity to sign for the club of my dreams, the team whose shirt I wore growing up. My mentality is to always be better than I was yesterday. I know that I have the spirit and character to reach another level here, learning from Ruben Amorim and playing alongside world-class players. Everyone told me about the environment that is being created here and how exciting the plans are for the future. This is a massive club with an incredible stadium and amazing fans. We are all really determined to challenge for the biggest trophies. Jason Wilcox, the director of football, said Bryan's goals and assist record in the Premier League is exceptional. Bryan's belief in our project and determination to join the club confirmed that he was the perfect fit for Manchester United and the culture that we are developing.
Manchester United are not in talks with Red Bull Leipzig, have not sent a bid to Red Bull Leipzig, have not sent any proposal, because Manchester United want to sign a new striker, will sign a new striker. I expect it to be an important striker, of course, not just a backup. A striker who can be an important part of the project for next season and for the future for Ruben Amorim, but at the moment it's an internal discussion. What does it mean? There are directors, there is the recruitment team, there is the manager, all people at the club are discussing several options for the striker position. Benjamin Sesko is among them, because Christopher Vivel, one of the directors at Manchester United, knows the player well. Vivel was at Red Bull Group before joining Chelsea first and then Manchester United. So he knows the player, he knows Sesko, but at the moment I'm not aware of a bid, I'm not aware of a direct negotiation, so we are really at internal talks stages. And as I always told you in every video, for Man United it's really important to sell players. Now Rashford is going to Barcelona, but it's really important for Manchester United also to sell Jadon Sancho, find a solution for Sancho, find a solution for Anthony, find a solution for Malacia, find a solution for Garnacho. These things are going to be really important to understand how much they can spend on a striker. But again, Man United will sign a striker. They want an important one, but before going and saying Sesko is going to Manchester United, we need to wait, because at the moment it's just an internal discussion. Sesko, Watkins, Jackson and more. At the moment it's not decided that it's going to be one of them. So internal discussions ongoing. Man United have decided that they will sign a striker, but still not clear who's going to be the one. So let's wait a few days and then everything will be for sure more clear, because we are entering into the final 40 days of the summer transfer window.
United social media team are just putting the finishing touches on their video to announce the big new signing. Where are we at with Bryan Mbeumo?
It's only a matter of time. We know the details. We know he's had his medical. We know that's been completed. We know that he's signed his contract. It's just a case of when Manchester United say, right, here is our new number 10. Here's a player we've coveted all summer. Here is the official confirmation. But we have had some detail on a player leaving Manchester United and heading for Barcelona. That's Marcus Rashford. We've been speaking about it throughout the course of this summer. We saw the pictures of him arriving in Spain. The latest information is, and I find this quite interesting as well, because that loan year that he has in La Liga now with Barcelona has an option in it, and the option is 13 million euros, around 26 million pounds. So we know that Aston Villa could have exercised their option on Marcus Rashford at 40 million. The price has come down for Barcelona, and should he have a successful campaign in Spain and they decide to make that option permanent, it's going to cost Barcelona 26 million pounds, which for a player of his calibre, profile, potential, that looks like a really good piece of business for them. The good thing for Manchester United is they get the wages off their wage bill, which are in excess of £300,000, paid fully by Barcelona. And of course, if they were to get that 26 million, that would be 100% PSR profitable, because of course, he's come through the academy. So sometimes selling an academy product works out just as well financially, even though the price is not as high as if selling a marquee player that you paid a lot for in the first place. So yeah, latest detail there on Marcus Rashford, just waiting for official confirmation from both United and Barcelona that he's going to be there.
Seasons, Bryan's belief in our project and determination to join the club, confirmed that he was the perfect fit for Manchester United and the culture that we are developing. There is more, but I don't want to bore Rory Jennings with the semantics. But he is a Manchester United player. Bryan Mbeumo to Manchester United, Rory.
Yeah, I think it's a good signing. I mean, it's a signing that's slightly protracted. It's taken slightly longer than it should have done. You made a sort of mountain out of a molehill getting it over the line.
We did.
But ultimately, you've got the player. I think it's crucial. You know when you were reading the statement there in Bryan Mbeumo, and we know it's true, because at one point it looked like he could go to Tottenham. At one point it looked like he could go to Newcastle. And he has turned down Champions League football in order to play for Manchester United. I think that is almost the first priority for Manchester United, because they have had too many mercenaries at the club. They have made too many signings that are there for the big check. They haven't bought into the culture of the club. They haven't particularly wanted to play for the club. There's been no love for the club. So the fact that Bryan Mbeumo clearly adores Manchester United, clearly understands what Manchester United are supposed to represent, I think that is excellent. And crucially, I mean, you can't overstate this enough, particularly with regard to Manchester United, a Premier League proven footballer.
Yeah, we need it. We need it so bad, Rory. I mean, listen.
Are you happy with this?
I'm very happy. I am. It has taken the shine off of how long it took for him to become a Manchester United player. And I was always saying in the round of negotiations that this will only be a masterstroke for Man United waiting this long if they don't end up paying what Brentford want. And in the end, we did. But that shouldn't take the shine away from what a good player he is. Like Jason Wilcott says in that statement, for the last few seasons, he's been one of the best attackers in the league, especially last season. I think Manchester United need to get back to basics and fundamentals of not doing the we're Man United, why are we going to sign a player from Brentford or from Wolves? No, that is exactly what Manchester United need to be doing. They need to be going around the league and trying to get the better players from the league where there's no settling in period. You don't have to explain to him how it works here. You don't have to wait for him to get his feet under the table and be comfortable. He understands the vigour of the Premier League, the physicality. He understands the demands of the Premier League, and he can go straight in. And he brings goals. And Manchester United scored 44.
Yeah. No, there's no
44
doubt. There's no
goals.
doubt there's a chronic shortage of goals at Manchester United last season. And he's 20 goals, right? He's a 20-goal-a-season man. So, yeah, I understand the signing. But are we right to talk about this? Are you a touch put off when you look at the price tag that you've ultimately paid?
Yep.
Your first bid was 45 million plus 10.
Yeah.
So 55 million. Let's just call it all in, including the plus 10, which it may not have been.
Yep.
You valued him at 45 million plus 10. You've paid 71.
Yeah. But it wasn't, no, because, and that's bargaining though, right? If you put your house up on offer, I'm not just going to go in with what you say. If you sell your car, usually in Auto Trader, it says ONO. All nearest offer. So I think Manchester United were right to test the water. When you look at the situation that you've got a player who wants to go to Manchester United and Manchester United only, and also you've got a player who has a year left on his contract, albeit with an option for a second year, and we have to try. Manchester United need to change their complexion in the market. Now, don't get me wrong, they've ended up basically paying what they wanted, but I don't.
He has joined the club of his dreams after completing his move from Brentford for an initial 65 million. The 25-year-old has signed a 5-year contract with the option of a further 12 months. He is manager Ruben Amorim's third signing of the summer after the arrivals of forward Matheus Cunha and left-back Diego Leon. Mbeumo's move, 7 weeks after United's first bid for the Cameroon international, brings to an end one of the longest-running sagas of the summer. United's third offer, worth an initial 65M with 6M in add-ons, was accepted last week. As soon as I knew there was a chance to join Manchester United, I had to take the opportunity to sign for the club of my dreams, the team whose shirt I wore growing up, said Mbeumo. My mentality is to always be better than I was yesterday. I know that I have the spirit and character to reach another level here, learning from Ruben Amorim and playing alongside world-class players. Everybody told me about the environment that is being created here and how exciting the plans are for the future. This is a massive club, with an incredible stadium and amazing fans. We are all really determined to challenge for the biggest trophies. United submitted their first bid from Mbeumo, worth an overall 55 million, at the start of June. They failed with a second bid of 62.5 million at the end of that month before reaching an agreement with their third offer. Mbeumo scored 70 goals and registered 51 assists in 242 games for Brentford since joining in 2019 from Troyes. He netted 20 goals and registered 7 assists in the Premier League last season, both career highs. Bryan's goals and assists record in the Premier League is exceptional. His remarkable consistency has put him among the most productive players in England for the last 3 seasons, said United Director of Football Jason Wilcox. Bryan's belief in our project and determination to join the club confirmed he was the perfect fit for Manchester United and the culture we are developing. Mbeumo's departure sees him become the Bees' biggest ever sale, eclipsing the $40 million paid by Al Ahly for Ivan Toney in August 2024. On behalf of everyone at Brentford, I would like to wish Bryan all the best for the future and thank him for his fantastic efforts over 6 seasons with us, said Bees Director of Football Phil Giles. Bryan came to us as a teenager, and it has been an absolute pleasure for all of us here to watch him develop as a player and a person. Our fans have loved him, and he has been a part of some of our greatest days. There is always a right time for a player to move on, and, for Bryan, that time is now. He has the opportunity to go to one of the biggest clubs in the world, and we are very happy for him. The winger is expected to be in United's travelling squad for their pre-season tour of the United States on Thursday.